her grass was threatened by her white neighbor and his son, who shouted racial slurs and yelled that he would murder her. I'm not making this up, folks. You'll only see the story on Roland Martin unfiltered. And luckily for Shirley Ann Montgomery, it was caught on video. And we have that video. Take a look.
Welcome to Nothing's Off the Table. Well, the show where politics, culture, and current events collide, and we say what everyone else is thinking. I'm Noel, and this is my partner.
I'm Roy Adams Jr. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that hype button. Download Culpability Up to Date. Don't cost you a dime. Just cost you a second of your time. Help you get home safe. And you can post what you want to post without to worry about the man watching what you're doing.
Man, let's just get into this. It was absolutely disgusting to see this exchange, and she's just trying to cut her yard. That's it. That's all. She was out there getting her exercise in and trying to cut her yard, because I'm sure she probably could pay somebody to cut her yard, but that's probably a good way for her to get some exercise in, is to cut her own yard. And while she was out there cutting her yard and minding her own business, this ignorant folks felt emboldened to be able to say that he would murder her because she's cutting her yard. Isn't that a terroristic threat? Isn't that something that someone should be arrested for? Like, how is that a thing? You know, I feel like people get emboldened because they feel like when you are by yourself, that you are prey, that they can prey upon you and get away with doing whatever they want to do to you without consequence. That's unacceptable. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's an example of white privilege in the moment. The young man knows he's there. He faces no real consequences and repercussions with this older black woman outside, and gives him the opportunity to spew his probably his hate that he can't spew everywhere every day. Because if he came out there and said that to the wrong person, he'd be dead.
Right.
It'd have been a scene. It'd have been a scene, right? But
It would have.
he feels emboldened with this older black woman to take out his anger and rage at the world. And I just think it's another ugly example of white privilege.
It is.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness today that we have these cameras everywhere.
Absolutely.
Because in times past, before these cameras existed, white people, generation after generation, would say, "Oh, you're exaggerating. It doesn't
Right.
exist.
That didn't happen. I didn't say that.
Over.
Oh my goodness.
Racism is over. All of the tropes that they still try to swing today, but it's nowhere near as effective because we got so much surveillance.
And thank goodness she had the wherewithal to have those cameras up. It makes me think about the situation that happened in Florida where that racist, nasty white woman was targeting and harassing those kids, and she took the kid's iPad, and his mom went over to get the iPad, and upon her knocking on the door, the white woman shoots the black woman and kills her.
Shoots her through the door.
Shoots her through the door. So all of the previous harassment, antagonization, and racist behavior that went unchecked led up to her killing that black woman. This is probably an example of the many examples that have taken place in the exchange between this black woman and her neighbors. So the question
later on the video, we don't show it. She talks about that she had never interacted with the son before. Now her and
the father,
they have to. You see how they were like talking about like the tree line,
all of that.
They've been having that, but she said that it had never gotten
to that point. But again, it's still, there's been a thing, and then a thing, and then a thing, and then another thing, and then there's the big thing where the blow up happens. What we just witnessed isn't even the blow up part. This is just another thing. It's just a gradual buildup. And when these behaviors go unchecked without accountability, we eventually get to the huge buildup.
There is no accountability in America, though. The system is not effective in design because, for example, this is my main issue with how policing is. The police system is flawed in itself because the police don't stop anything from happening.
No, it's reactionary.
They're a reactionary force.
Correct.
They come and arrest people after the fact, right? So essentially, she has no protections unless she protects herself.
Correct. And it's a shame that it has to go that far before something happens. And I've even seen and heard police reference in an example of someone being in a abusive situation. And before the actual physical violence happened, there's usually some type of verbal violence. And I've seen when police have said, there's nothing that we can do until something has been done. Not the
Yeah,
verbal part.
like the example you gave, that they had been in that woman's house that killed the woman over the iPad. They've been in her house numerous times. Everybody knew it was an issue.
Yeah.
But the way the system is designed, it's not set up to prevent anything. It's set up as a reactionary force. So really, to a degree, like
she's a sitting duck.
Not beyond that. What's it good for? You hear people bemoan and say you need all these police in America. It was a time police didn't exist.
Correct.
Okay. Because essentially, what are they doing? Like, if you're just there to clean up after the trauma, the drama, like, why do you need so many police? What are they stopping?
Because what we know, it doesn't make a community safer. More police does not make a community safer. What makes a community safer is putting resources in community. Because when people aren't poor and living in poverty and they have resources, opportunity, and choices, crime doesn't exist. So if they were to throw money at the real issue, that the crime part would not exist.
It definitely would exist at the same level as it does. But another thing, crime's been going down in America year after year. So
yes, it has. But let's not get too far away from the fact that this woman is being
harassed,
threatened. Her life has been threatened. We've all witnessed that. And sounds like nothing was done.
She needs to go arm herself.
She does. She needs to arm herself. She needs to get a restraining order. And
that don't do shit either. Straight restraining orders don't do nothing either.
But that's okay. It's documented. It's what it is documentation. I can't say it holds a whole lot of weight, but what we do know is it is documentation. And the other thing,
time, like how many women you've seen unalive who have restraining orders on their ex-boyfriend?
I've seen.
It's all make believe. They don't look.
I've seen quite a few.
The police system as constituted is not effective, right? That's why, like, it's not. That's what I'm saying. I don't even restraining orders. It's all make believe. It doesn't make anybody stay away. like our system it's a flaw in the matrix in the police system, in my opinion, right? Because the only thing this black woman can do is go arm herself and be prepared just in case this her maniac next door neighbor wants to live out some dark fantasy unaliving a black person, right?
And I would also recommend, if she does arm herself, to learn how to use it. And the last thing that I would recommend, get culpability. This is a perfect example of how culpability can work. Because when you hit that SOS button and your emergency contacts see and hear what's going on with you, for real help can be on the way. Because I'm sure if people in her circle knew she was dealing with this and they were able to get there in the midst of it happening, sometimes folks know who they can and cannot threaten and intimidate. And with the ability to threaten without consequence, the threatening will take place again. But to know, if you do and say some old slick shit out your mouth, that her people gonna be on your neck, that behavior changes.
All right, let's get to the survival tip of the day.
All righty. The survival tip of the day: protect the vulnerable in real time, not after damage is done. Protect the vulnerable in real time, not after the damage is done. What it means: when vulnerable people, especially our elders, are threatened or children are threatened, community safety means stepping in early, documenting clearly, and making sure harm is witnessed and addressed. And this is why it matters. Elderly people are often targeted because they are perceived as easier to intimidate. Harassment escalates when aggressors believe no one is watching. Delayed accountability leaves vulnerable people exposed. Community response can deter abuse before it becomes violence. And this is how we need to use it today. Number one, if you witness harassment, document it safely and visibly if possible. Number two, check in immediately with the vulnerable person. Make sure they are not isolated. Number three, call authorities and insist the incident is formally documented. Number four, notify trusted neighbors or community groups so the person is not left alone. Number five, use tools like culpability to instantly alert your trusted circle, record incidents, and preserve evidence in real time. The bottom line: protection starts when the community refuses to leave vulnerable people standing alone.
Like, subscribe, share the channel. We appreciate the support. Come back every day and check us. We out.